So folks, I read in the newspaper at the weekend something we did about 2 to 3 weeks ago. They're touting the chances of the Conservative Party, because they're down on the backsides and they're almost counted out, bringing the dream team of Boris back along with Nigel. That's it, Nigel Farage. There's big conjecture there, and many Tories are saying it's the right way forward. Many are saying they'll leave if they both come back, but many are saying it's the way forward. Anyway, to that end, you may have seen it this morning, Ed Balls this morning on the old GMB, was asking Nigel, after he's just got voted out of the jungle in third place there, whether he'd consider it coming back into the Conservative Party. The tact he took in the main was never say never. But I'm being pushed more by Ed, and Ed did push him, which was good to see. He said, at the moment, I can't go working for the Conservative Party. I've done this, and this. However, he said, were the leadership to change, as I said earlier, you've got to never say never. He said, but if they look to do this, and this, then of course it'd have to be something I would look at. He's without doubt saying there that he expects Rishi not to last so long, either being bulleted before or just after the next election, and he thinks there's going to be a change of leadership, and I think he's saying, depending on who it is, he'd be more than open to coming back in. And from what I read on here, and from what I hear on the TV and read in the press, I think there'd be many people that would wish Farage back into that Conservative Party, and maybe have a hand at, or maybe the main hand, when running the country again, should the Conservatives get in or stay in. But anyway, I thought it was pretty enlightening. If you've not seen it, give it a look. It was on probably about 8:30 this morning, 8:20 I just recorded it and watched it later. But he definitely isn't saying no. And if anything, I would suggest he's saying yes to getting into the Conservative Party. But I don't think he wants Rishi at the helm, even though only 3 or 4 weeks ago, I think Rishi said, well, if he wants to come into the party, I'm not going to stop him. I think Nigel knows he wouldn't be stopped. He knows there's a pathway there. For all it will upset some people, but I think he's decided it isn't going to be with Rishi. It's going to be with an other. So, we shall see. But it looks like we haven't seen the end of Nigel in politics. It looks like the I'm a Celebrity springboard has been the springboard he's wanted, needed, and obviously worked for to get him back into the political landscape. And I would imagine it's not that far away. But what do I know? As I say, I'm not a political animal, but reading between the lines, I think there's something at the end of the tunnel, and I don't think it's a very long tunnel. I think within sort of 3 to 6 months, I think we may see Nigel in is it the blue of the Conservative Party? I think it is. I'm pretty sure it is. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see what happens.